Hello, welcome back, wonderful people. It's another session once again. I'm so elated, I'm so happy to have you guys around just to listen to what I have to share and the thoughts I have to give. Because as you're learning, I'm also learning. So there's this perception of, because even I tend to have it also, in that if I see somebody doing well in a particular area of activity, maybe in a profession, in a particular thing they've decided to do with their lives, if I see they're excelling at it and I see it's getting results, I, for one, I usually try to like see ways in which I can key into it and also start doing that thing. Because I believe if this person can do it, I also can do it, you know, without, because many times if I'm doing that, I don't necessarily usually um self-evaluate to see if my value system principles kind of like align with it. So the value system I'm seeing now is not something negative now. It's saying the resources surrounding me, circumstances surrounding me, what I have, the tools that I have, do they allow me to excel in this field? Because whether you like it or not, you see people that are doing well in a particular area or in a particular field, other than the fact that they are maybe skilled or they are maybe proficient in what they do, there are also enabling factors that are present as at the time they started or when they started that sort of propel them to become very, very good at what they do. So another thought then came up, which I recently discovered about the need to always like to know yourself, to know who you are as a person, that this sort of guides how you conduct or how you go about life activities in terms of what you decide to do with your life, how you decide to follow through with um, various phases of your life. So this idea sort of like started ruminating in my mind because I started to like imagine myself discovering a particular line or a particular area of activity that I'll just delve into and focus on without necessarily, moving along with the flow. So without necessarily just seeing somebody else doing another thing and just being like, oh, let me try this one and just drop this. See another person and say, oh, let me try this one and just drop this. Because many times, to be truth be told, the reason why most of us are doing what we are doing is because first of all, we want to be free financially, like we want to be financially sufficient. There's the finance is always the first part of it, you know. Because whether you like it or not, we live in a world whereby every 30 days will demand some level of finance from you. Every 30 days, the world will demand some financial, um, duty from you, that you must fulfill some financial duty. That's the way, that's the kind of world we live in. So, majority of our decisions, are driven by finance. So, I've discovered that the reason why I'm in this part of activity I'm doing, focusing my attention on this. And probably maybe I saw something else and I saw, oh, this guy's doing well in this area. Oh, how can I tap into this area? Maybe I've been at this activity for a while and having done that, I'm not seeing results yet. I'll just be like, oh, let me just try this thing and see if I'm going to be able to achieve like a measurable number of results there also. While this is good, long term it might be a disaster in disguise because you won't be able to like, so it's as a result of not knowing yourself well enough to know that this thing I want to do, this is for me, let me double down on it. But the thing is, again, not everybody have that ability or that grace or that favor upon them as at that time, or have that, I don't know, level of discretion, you know, as at that time to like choose a particular line of activity and just commit the entirety into it. Many of us, like for me example, we have this ability to understand concepts, understand precepts, understand things. So we can do well in multiple areas, and it's often very difficult to find that one thing and just double down on it. So, but from what I've discovered and what I think would like help us is that there's a need for us to know who we are. And who you are comes from the values you represent. And what are values? Values, so aside from the key things or principles that goes up to form your values, values are things that you wouldn't budge on, like you wouldn't tilt, not even like bend. You wouldn't even tilt it if you are offered an enormous amount of money, something that you would not dare to change. There must be something like that you will not even dare to compromise, even if you're given the entire world or the entire room full of money. So those are values. So who you are encompass your values, encompass your experience, where you're coming from, what have you availed or not availed yourself to, what events are you part of or not part of through your growth process in life. So experiences also forms you. So who you are is a component of a tripartite, themes, and it's the values you represent, your experiences, and your being as a person. So if for somebody, let's say a value system encompass, you value discipline, you value hard work as a person while growing up, you've always believed the way in which you can navigate this world peacefully, both financial and self-sustainable, is by discipline. You believe that a lot, and throughout your experiences, you have been like your experience has opened your eyes to the world of music. Let's say you've been a music fan growing up, a music lover growing up, and this has made you sort of like develop interest in it. Because majority of the things we go on to like pour our minds into are things that we've developed over time and it's kind of like grown to formulate our experiences. So let's say you love listening to music, you like music, and it's kind of like acclimatized with your being as a person. That is, you when you hear rhythms, you just feel it in your soul and in your body. This will like kind of like guide you on decisions to make, like on the things to focus on the things to commit your life to. So things that will later on become your life's work, your life, activity that you just pour all your energy into. So it's important for us in everything we are trying to do. We understand our value system, who we are as a person. We study our experiences. We analyze our experiences, where we are coming from, what are the things, nature or the universe has, avail us, like has enabled us to see or not see. So what our experience is like and what goes on to accumulate our being, like what enable us become who we are as a person. So from those value system, from those experiences, what has it gone on to transform us to becoming as a person? So these are the tripartite things that forms who we are as a person. And it's important that in every decisions we are making, as we are seeing those fleeting things that we are trying to delve into or try out, we sort of evaluate it in line with these three areas. Does it align with my experience? Like, is there a value system that kind of aligns with this? Does it form to acclimate? Like, does it go on to become part of me, part of who I am? Then if it does, you can explore it. But if it does not, this is my cue not to go into the area. You understand? So this is what I thought to share. The need for us to always remember what we are as a person and what we are willing to commit ourselves to as an individual, as a person, before going on to either go for it or just neglect it, all around. So guys, this is what I thought to share again. On to the next one. See you in another video. Bye.